The Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda (DPF) has strengthened its partnership with Islamic University in Uganda (IUIU) through an initiative promoting financial literacy, environmental conservation and better learning environment.
As part of our collaboration with higher institutions and our efforts to drive awareness about deposit insurance, today we have commissioned ESG compliant concrete garden benches at the Islamic University in Uganda to improve the ambience for the students in their study.
The event, held on 20th August 2026 at Islamic University in Uganda main campus, saw DPF commission 20 concrete garden benches for students to use for discussions, relaxation and learning outside the classroom.
One of my urges to the student was that today the digital space has grown so much and it comes with lots of risks. As we continue driving the message of deposit insurance and creating public awareness, we were encouraging university students to be particularly alert, especially with the digital space, where many of them are falling prey to scammers and all kinds of wrong things. So many of them are getting taken up into sports betting and they're losing tuition fees. We hear these stories every day, basically because the financial literacy levels are very low.
Speaking at the event, DPF Director of Communications Patrick Ezaga urged students to improve their financial literacy and avoid online scams, Ponzi schemes and sports betting, which he said can lead to loss of tuition and savings.
And our message to the students was that it is very important for them, number one, to first of all have sufficient levels of financial literacy. They need to know that it's safer to keep your money in a regulated financial institution as a first step. And number two, do not get excited about quick money. There is nothing called quick money. Every money that you earn is hard earned. It is sweated for. The Ponzi schemes and all these digital things are just disorganizing you. And as we spread the message to all depositors to provide for them the security and the protection, for university students particularly,
he encouraged students to keep their money in regulated financial institutions and avoid promises of quick wealth.
The other message that was important is that we encourage depositors to ensure that their information with their banks is kept up to date. Basic information, your national ID number, your telephone number, your alternative bank account if you have.
Ezaga also encouraged students to open bank accounts, save responsibly and keep their personal information updated with their banks to ensure their money can be traced and protected when necessary.
And the essence of emphasizing this message on their personal information is because whenever a situation like a closure arises, and as we speak, there are financial institutions that are struggling with monies that cannot be paid to depositors. One, because we cannot trace them anymore. Either the contacts were not there. Unfortunately, there are situations where some depositors lose their lives or something like that. So in such situations, financial institutions suffer with where to commit this money to.
On environmental conservation, he said that tree seedlings were part of DPF's effort to address environmental degradation and the effects of disasters in the Bugisu region. He called on communities to make tree planting a regular practice.
Precisely the unique positioning of this region and the challenges it's facing are some of the reasons that made us think of the kind of intervention that can support the environment in terms of regaining itself. You know what has happened to our environment, but to keep it in principle with ESG as well, we have also delivered 500 tree seedlings that are going to be planted around the campus.
Representing the IUIU Rector, Vice-Rector for Academic Affairs, Dr. Jamiru Sserwanga thanked DPF for the benches and tree seedlings, saying they had improved the university environment and provided students with more space for discussions and leisure.
We really thank the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, and we continue to request for their support. And as IUIU, we commit ourselves to really protect the benches and also let the students utilize them for their leisure, for their open discussion.
Dr. Sserwanga said the partnership is also increasing students' knowledge about deposit protection and creating opportunities for internships and future collaborations between IUIU and DPF.
And as we move towards competence-based education, the outside environment is so much needed, and now the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda has added a great contribution to this kind of environment, which environment is expected to be conducive outside the class.
He further cautioned students against carrying large amounts of cash and falling for schemes promising quick returns, urging them to use secure financial services and make wise investment decisions.
The other benefit which we have got through this collaboration with the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda is about the awareness of how the Deposit Protection Fund operates.
The two institutions pledge to continue working together to promote financial awareness, environmental protection, and student development.